bad. So what do we have in terms of first rates? We'll look at the indices as always, and we'll go and look at individual names, Nifty and broader markets, etc. as well. So let's just start. The session is almost unchanged, 2 points. So it's as calm as they come. And Nifty mid-cap is up about 1/3%. I think the small-cap index will... the broader markets, and this is a Friday, every Friday for the last 3 Fridays, we've had a situation where the broader indices, the large-cap indices have not really done very much. But broader markets have continued to move higher, 0.75%, 1.5%, in that range, 3 weeks now. What do we have? First rates, so 24,754 on the Nifty. The Nifty Bank is absolutely flat, 55,730. Sensex is flat, nothing on it. The small cap index is up about 0.25%, 18,485. And the mid cap index, I think, will also come up. There is some gain there, about 0.15% or so is what we have. Nifty heat map maybe gives us a quick sense of what's up and down, although it should be, with a 10-point change, don't expect fireworks. It is more up than down at this stage. And I think one of the names two names we highlighted with our research team, Bajaj Finance with Vivek, and just before market open on one end, and some of the stuff in the red as well. Surabhi.
No, it seems like people have already left for the weekend. There's absolutely no movement. It's 20 points lower now on the Nifty. By the way, beyond the Nifty, Cochin Shipyard is interesting, 5.5% up once again. So watch out for some of these defense shipyard companies. Bajaj Finance on the large cap screen after the block trade, so 1.3% up on this one. Dr. Reddy's, the stock that we were just discussing with the pharma analyst, 1% higher. Coal India, Indices Bank, Eternal has had a fantastic week. Eternal's put on about 8% so far this week. That's just 4 days. Let's see what it does today. JSW Steel is seeing very little buying, but this is something we're talking 2-3 rupees on the stock, so this really doesn't count. ITC, BEL, it's flat, it's not moving, it's completely, undecided. On the lower side, Tata Steel is falling 1.5%. There's Shriram Finance, ICICI Bank on the lower side. Let's actually check the Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty is down 0.2%, approaching the RBI policy with caution. SBI is lower. There's, Bajaj Finance we discussed. Even Bajaj Finance is lower. Shriram Finance lower. So generally speaking, Geo Finance is also down. Financials pretty cautious this morning. Nigel.
Well, that's right. Let's focus on a few stocks, though, based on news that are moving in. Tejas Networks, the stock got bombed out post its numbers. Now they've got 123 crores as the first tranche of the PLI incentive from DOT for the past quarter. So that stock, after seeing a sharp correction, they won an order as well of around 2,000 crores in the last 1 month. That's popping up a little bit. Ashoka Bilcon, that's the other name that's up and about. They won 1,390 crore LOI for traffic systems in 5 circles of Maharashtra. Street likes it. That stock is up. We have Praj Industries. They're collaborating with a company in Paraguay for a project, a biorefinery project. So that stock, in fact, is up close to around 2% or thereabouts. The ones with large trades, actually, they have bounced big time. Your Bajaj Finance, there were some shorts in the system. The stock is marginally up. It's up close to around 0.5% or thereabouts. But there were some shorts in the system, and there was some call writing as well that's taken place. So I'll be interested to see what happens to the stock from here on. ZF Commercial, that promoter was likely to sell 3% by the large trade. That's got done. Stock zooming away as we speak. So good move out there. BSE Limited on its way to be a 3,000 rupees stock. One of the big movers in the llast 1 month or so. It had a bit of a dip, and that dip got bought into flying away. Harsha Engineers, that's the other stock that's up close to 6%. It's coming as one of the top traded volume gainers as well. So that stock, in fact, is calling for attention. Now up close to around 6%. Big move is what we're seeing on that particular name. So the headline index, waiting by for the RBI governor. Just added there actually Hindustan Zinc. That one's up close to 2%. On Monday, we had told you that, in fact, if zinc prices are going to be strong and if those technicals are in place, there's only one listed player that you can play it via. That's Hindustan Zinc. It's not a one for a faint-hearted, but that stock, in fact, is doing well. And Vedanta owns Hindustan Zinc, so maybe some kind of positive rub-off on that particular name as well. Prashant.
No, absolutely. Silver as well, right?
Yeah, silver. Silver.
Yeah, silver is... the one which
highest level in the last 12 years.
Yeah, it's maybe more to go with gold doing so well. So we'll see. But as Nigel said, only one player to really play that particular theme, the listed space at least. What else? 1,700 stocks are higher. It's still early to look at the market breadth, but 1,600 stocks are up and 500 stocks are lower. which is the number one volume-led gainer right now on the NSE? It's Cochin Shipyard, once again. It's not a ship, it's a rocket. 2,500 on Cochin Shipyard, 3 million shares traded, and it's just gone berserk. Of course, it's an all-time high. It's a new all-time high every day. And this week, by the way, stocks up 27% to be precise. So Cochin is going and going. Garden Reach is starting. I mean, you know, some of these, typically price action, you know, there is one leader and then the other two follow slowly and then quickly. So we'll see. I mean, Garden Reach is up 1.25%. It's got very large volumes. And Mazgaon Dock is up about 1.25% as well. So there's Cochin, Garden Reach and Mazgaon, three names which are doing very well. Yeah, I mean, other stuff, there's not very much. Maybe just, let me just sort this. Tejas Network, I think we already mentioned. Premier Explosives is up 5.5%. And I think it's slowly but surely coming back to its previous highs, which was made in, June last year. The high was about 908. Stocks at about 650 right now, but it's done very well from the lows. From 350 to 650 in what, 10, 15 days? That's Premier Explosives. So volumes are still picking up, so I guess we'll give it some time. RK Forgings is up about 2% or so. There was, of course, that inventory mismatch issue, the promoter coming in and putting in money. So 618 is coming out with volumes, and so I'm mentioning it. So yeah, I mean, 3:1, almost 3:1 in favor of advances is what we have at this point. On the downside, I can spot CG Power, which is down about 2.25%. Bank of Baroda is down about 2%. I'm not sure if there's any news flow here, but these are some of the biggest volume-led losers at this stage. But nothing large, nothing 5-10% kind of down at this point. And there is a grand sum total of 1 point change on the Nifty. 24,750 is where we're at.